family. I'm Minister Dejan Briggs from Refuge Nation Church, where the pastor is Pastor Joe Baker. I appreciate you for tuning into this Slingshot sermon, pulling back from your life for a moment. I promise you, it's going to propel you into the rest of your week. So I've been wondering, have you guys ever received a vision from God or a promise from God that looked like this, that was fully blossomed, had bloomed completely, the vitality of it was apparent, only for God to turn around and to hand you this? You see, between seed and feed, there is a process of growth. There's mistakes that are made, that are overcome and that you recover from. There's development that still takes place. I'm reminded of a story in 1 Samuel where God calls a prophet named Samuel to anoint or to select the next king of the nation. He tells him that this king is going to be one of the sons of Jesse. And as Samuel approaches Jesse's house, he sees the sons that are present, that are evident, that are before him. And he looks at the first one. He's a good-looking guy. He's tall, he's handsome, good-looking, and he thinks, man, this has to be the king. He looks perfect for the job. And before he can select him, before he can anoint him, God speaks and says, don't choose him just yet. On the outside, he looks good, but I'm not looking for the outward appearance. I'm looking for the heart. I wonder how many of us have chosen careers, have chosen jobs, have chosen business partnerships, friendships, relationships based off the outward appearance. And now we've anointed things that God never intended for us. Could that be the reasons for so much of our heartache and our heartbreak and disappointment? Luckily, Samuel was wise enough to heed to the voice of God. And he doesn't select him, but he moves on to the second son. And the second son, he doesn't hear a confirmation. The third, the fourth, the fifth son, still no word of affirmation as to anointing this individual. The sixth son, and finally he gets down to the seventh son. And at the seventh son, you would think that at least one of these had to be the next king, only to find out it wasn't. Samuel had a choice at this time. He could either become dissuaded, and he could begin to look and he could begin to question, did I hear God right? Maybe I'm not as close to God as I thought I was. He could begin to look at himself as a failure. He can either find a flaw in the circumstance or find a flaw in God. And Samuel knew there are no flaws in God, so he looked and said,
you must be very proud. Is this all? Are these all your sons?
Only my youngest and smallest stays out overnight with the sheep. His name is David.
Sure enough, Jesse had another son out in the field named David. You see, Samuel didn't allow his present to dissuade his promise. Samuel knew that God had spoken to him, and he didn't find a flaw in God. He found a flaw in the circumstance. And I want to assure you that there is a David hidden in your situation. There is something that God is waiting to reveal to you, waiting to give to you. You just have to endure with patience. Don't allow the seed-like circumstance to trump the tree of truth that God has given to you. There is something that is going to be revealed to you. So you hang in there. Once again, I'm Minister Dejan Briggs from Refuge Nation Church. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Your fruitful season is coming.